from the couch. Say hello.
Good morning and welcome to the Moopsyverse. No, welcome to the universe. I'm gonna get it one of these days. Welcome to the Moopsyverse. Over
Good
there
morning.
in type chat, since how dare Chris's scheduler muck up his schedule.
Yes, poor guy. They moved up his lunch break.
I'm gonna try seeing if I can do something for your volume, Taz. Um, Say something again.
Is this better?
Yes, that is a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've turned up Discord so I can hear you better, and then I can hopefully adjust everything from there if I need to. Is Tanya your scheduler, Chris? So yesterday, for the life of me, I could not wake up. I went to bed at a reasonable hour on Wednesday because I wound up not having class. And then Thursday, just couldn't wake up, couldn't wake up, couldn't wake up. Slept through the alarm. Today, last night, went to bed at 9 o'clock because I have to be out the door at 7 today. And couldn't get to sleep. Couldn't get to sleep. Couldn't get to sleep. Couldn't get to sleep. It was almost 2 in the morning before I finally got to sleep.
That's painful.
Pardon?
That's painful.
That's horrible because I have a 7 hour drive today plus an hour of other stuff. Mom, what big headphones I have?
Oof.
Yes, I do have big headphones. Thank you. But they're nice. These are what are these? Hang on a sec. Biodynamics, which I love, and they don't make them anymore. Saf says, "What is this sleep you speak of?" Yes, that from last night. I have no idea. I don't sleep well because as you get older, you don't sleep as well. So my nutritionist suggested trying two things. One is melatonin, and the other one is a magnesium thing. And the first time I tried it, the first night, I slept wonderfully. Deep sleep. Dogs didn't wake me up. Nothing woke me up. Second time was okay. So I'm like, no, it can't be it works once type thing. No. And no,
And then?
alcohol doesn't work for me either. Sav says, tell me about May through September I get major insomnia. That's really interesting. Usually when it gets into the winter months, all I want to do is sleep. Just sleep, sleep, sleep from about the time that it gets into the longer days, so probably October, November into April. That's to an
Mm-hmm.
extent seasonal affective disorder. I was reading an interesting article though that 6 hours of sleep is as bad as no sleep, but that not everybody can do 6 consecutive hours. Your body just is like, nope, I'm sore, I'm tired, I hurt, I need to get up, I need to go to the bathroom, I need a snack. And of course,
That's strange. 6 hours is all I get.
well, on average, Tess, on average.
Yeah.
I'm, oh, I'm losing my voice. It was pleasantly warm yesterday, but I knew it was going to be rough for sleeping, so about an hour before bed, I walked around the house, shut all the windows, turned on the air conditioner so it would be a nice temperature. And I
Mm-hmm.
figured, great, I'll put the fans on. I will be absolutely comfortable like I was the night before. No. Nope. Nopety. Nope. 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 I put music on my phone and just kind of nice background stuff. Nope.
Have you tried the hot shower trick?
No, I haven't.
You take a hot shower about 20 minutes before you go to bed.
Really?
The
Oh.
heat changes, makes it so you draw the heat from your inside to your outside where you need it when you're going to sleep. So when you actually hit the bed, you're like, okay, I'm out.
Well, I find if I go out and do a lot of physical stuff and get myself tired, it really helps. But I did not go out and do anything physical yesterday. Did I? Did I do anything yesterday? I really didn't do anything yesterday. The good part of that is because I didn't have class on Wednesday, I got the quilt top stretched, basted, pinned, and started quilting on it yesterday, and I'm about a
Yeah,
quarter of the way done. So that
that
means
is
there's a
nice.
great potential to have it done this weekend. Then all I have to do is bind it and wait for the baby to get born so I can embroider the baby's name and birth date on the back. But that's like
Yeah.
a 2 hour project versus the probably 20 hours of quilting time I have left. But
Yeah.
my goal is to have it done before Risa starts, definitely before the 4th of July. And then be able to chill, enjoy Risa, do some Dune, enjoy my life for the next month or so. And not do any more stupid projects for a few weeks.
We did a massive project in Dune yesterday. It was amazing.
I saw you guys over there most of the day when I'd check in here. So I
I
assume something good
was
was happening.
intended to come over, but there was so much to do.
Don't worry about it.
I just I just didn't have time. I'm so sorry.
No, don't worry
I'm
about it.
guessing Chris came over and said hello from us at least.
Chris came over and said hello, yes, and then he ran an episode with me. So I'm working some of my newer old tunes through all the episodes, and this is one who'd only done the intro to the Klingon War. I mean, not the Klingon
Yeah,
Civil War, but the Klingon War, the like second arc.
yeah.
Chris says that was an ancient episode. It was indeed. Satalia says my coffee shipment should arrive this afternoon. So I have my 4 pounds of coffee that I got Tuesday, I think, and they're in the closet or pantry waiting for me to finish up what I've got. And then 2 weeks from now, I'll be back in Chicago. I'm going to have to leave early in the day so I can stop by the coffee shop there, pick some gun barrel up. And then I'll have like 8 pounds of coffee sitting in the cabinet waiting for the next few weeks to pass by. And by then I'll have to
Eight
go back to Chicago.
pounds of coffee. That's a lot.
Yeah, but I don't like the local coffee, so it's not like if I run out, I can just run over and grab some.
Ah, okay,
So I
okay.
buy it online through either Grounds and Hounds, which is my preferred online, or if I'm
Mm-hmm.
in Chicago, I get Gun Barrel. But they roast it almost to order. So it's really fresh when you get it, but it doesn't stay really fresh for a long time. It's
Isn't it a bit risky buying big amounts then?
the one that I've got the large amounts of the well, since I'm going to have 4 pounds of it, that will last me about 4 weeks.
What? Are you going through a pound of coffee a week?
About, yeah.
Mom,
Yeah.
you might have a coffee problem.
Believe it or not, I only drink 2 cups of coffee in the morning. I don't drink any of it after I sign off for the show in the morning.
Do you, with what, 2 drops of water in it?
It's 6 measures of coffee to roughly 6 cups of water, which comes out to 2 big mugs of coffee.
Okay, 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 okay.
But yeah, I find a pound is roughly a week unless I skip a few days, but I don't usually skip days. Satalia says I'm starting with Nude Beach Blend. Which one is Nude Beach, Satalia? Hang on, I have to go look at this one. I love the search function. That's Nude Beach Summer Roast. Oh my god. With tasting notes of caramel, vanilla, and peaches? What?
Peaches and coffee doesn't sound like something that goes together.
Yeah, excuse me. It's orange blossom, toasted vanilla, milk chocolate. Those are the, not the, it's not a flavored coffee. No. Those are the tasting notes. So those are the things it hits in the back of the nose. Oh no. Crud. Now we get the new a new glass. I hate when they do that. Oh, good. I don't like their glasses. Good. Yay. Whew. A lot of times when you place a big order, they will give you a freebie, and they have a really cute dog glass coming out, but I don't like their glasses because they taper in at the top. They make a beer glass that's perfect. Did you tell me about that yesterday? And I just bled on the name? How could you forget a name like Nude Beach? Yeah, Risa would be a good name for that one. So today's is, I think this is the last of my good boy. Which has tasting notes of coffee because it's 6 in the morning. If I want proper tasting notes, I have to be awake. Speaking of being awake, I have Herc attendance. That can wait till this afternoon. Zenkethi ships in space and Polaron damage in space.
I have Borg on the ground.
Well, is Chris playing or is Chris not playing?
I don't know.
Well, he's in chat, so we're going to wait for him to respond to that one. Let's see. Chris is playing, yes. So we can't do anything on the ground because he'd be very mad at us.
Yeah, but I'm almost done on the ground. You know
well,
me.
there you go then.
Passive completion.
I'm going to send out some invitations. Zatalia, what have you got in your repertoire for the day? Excuse me, not repertoire, agenda. Zatalia, I don't remember anything. It's been a weird couple of days here. All damage type endeavors. Great, grab a spacey ship and come join us and we'll go do some... Oh, I'm just going to start out with Zenkethi Front. I don't believe that there is a universal for today. On the rotation, it's marked as empty spot. Used to be Azure Nebula. 5 Dreadnoughts, 10 Zenkethi, and some AP damage. Perfect. That'll work out great. I'm going to go ahead and queue us up for this then, if that's okay with everybody. Okay. Weeboo?
Weedle.
Zatalia, you're on your own for that universal. Can you pick up the sound of the fan? If you can, I'll turn it off. There we go. Is that better, Sav? Sav has special ears. Good morning, Josen. How are you doing? So the fan is on the floor. It's not pointed towards me, but this mic can be super sensitive and is. Sav points out quite correctly she has very sensitive hearing. Oh, Chris announces, I'm saddened to announce that I've got sucked into watching an anime. Ship name from Satalia. The deactivated iguana. Oh, Satalia, that is perfect. Hang on, that's going on the list. I keep a list of great names. Well, apparently those 5 Zenkethi ship went by really, really fast. I didn't touch your bomb, Chris.
Deactivated iguana.
Yep,
Amazing,
yep.
Natalia.
That is brilliant. I'm always so impressed when people are super clever like that, because I am not.
Mhm.
So I was playing, not Leap of Faith, the other one, Knowledge is Power, or Power is Knowledge. Out of the Klingon Civil War arc, it's the one where you play as Ja'ula, which Chris and I were chatting about. The joy of playing as somebody else and then you only get their weapons.
Mhm.
And something weird happened right after the first sequence where you're fighting. Let's say it's Kalis. It's not, but it was one of them. And all of a sudden, a huge beach party balloon type thing appeared on my opposite non-weapon wielding arm. And I put a picture of it in Stream Chat channel, I believe. And then after a while, it shifted over to Edit Pa carrying that thing around.
Yeah.
What is that?
Don't know.
It's nothing I equipped. Ooh, Chosen's working on Iconian stuff. I got a bomb. Let's see if I can get out of here. Where am I going? The other way. The other way, Mom. Fly the other way.
Did Chris mention we were drooling at some Armada 3 videos yesterday?
He sent me some.
Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
It's one of the reasons when I
pop-
was playing Knowledge is Power, I'm looking at that going, dang, I wish we could mod this game because I have things I would like to do with it.
Yep.
Swear to goodness, I would have more fun with it than they do. How many Iconian marks does it cost to get the Vanity Shield? That is an excellent question. I can go look in just one moment. Because I don't do Vanity Shields. It'll still be on my list. No, cheers. I get the bum.
Good morning.
Grass.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
Doing okay at the moment. You?
I am warm, but fine. Oh, Chosen Sav says it's 300. Thank you, Sav. So I was playing the lower level tune that I don't really play very often, and I stopped by Philip Cray and realized there's boxes and boxes and boxes and boxes and boxes of stuff that I'm entitled to from my other tunes. It's like, ooh, well, how fun is that? The only thing that limited me was space and storage. The useless stuff my brain remembers, and I wonder why I forget why I went to the kitchen. That's okay, Sav. I walk around the house with my glasses on the top of my head, wondering where I put my glasses. And Satalia wants to know, how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop? No, it's 3.
No.
It's 3, remember? 1, 2,
Yes.
3, crunch.
Oh.
Well,
It takes you. It takes you guys that long?
If you ask my dog, one.
Yeah, yeah. Which is why we don't give them to my doggies. They'd eat it with the stick and all.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that knocked out 2 of my endeavors. Good. I'm going to put you in charge for a second here, Taz. I'm going to jump over on a different tune and see if I can't get some. The trainer I used to work with here in Indy moved to Columbus to for promotion, which is very cool. And I like working with him on a very specific set of workouts, which are non-traditional mobility workouts for martial arts. So that's fine, but it's a 7-hour round trip. It gets really old really fast. And after this week, next week, I can't work out with him because it's 4th of July. The following week, I'm in Chicago. So kind of taking a break after this one. And then tomorrow I'm zipping up to Scenic. My instructor's not a rapper. I'm going up to Scenic Crown Point, Indiana to meet with the tall, handsome, and wonderful JB for a coffee.
That sounds nice.
Yep, it's nice that he's so close. There it is. Indeed, Sav says tacos alone won't fill the emptiness in your soul. You'll also need margaritas. So true that.
No. Eat tequila-based alcohol. It won't.
Tequila, that's airplane fuel.
Yeah, sometimes it is. There you go. What have I got over on this one? I've got phaser damage in space, Unkethy on the ground, and herald ships. Woo! Let's see, what else do we have going on here? Jump back and look at everything. Chris heads in Kethy's ships. He still has some dreadnoughts, though, so... Sav doesn't drink booze at all. That's fine, Sav. It's just all the more for me. I don't have a problem. Chosen says, I'm currently at 236,000 reputation points in the Iconian rep. Yow. That's a few.
Oh, point. I think what you're nearly to Tristan. You're nearly to tier 6.
He's got to be sitting on tier 6. He says he's working on it, but that's tier 6-ish. Yes. Yes, indeed. I'm going to queue us for Hive Onslaught so we can get those delightful, delicious dreadnoughts for Chris. Hive Onslaught is queued up. Probably ought to see if I've got any phasers on the ship.
Chris, did you get your refund yesterday?
Unless something changed when we were talking last night, he said no.
Ah, finally.
Oh, yay! Whew! That's interesting. We came out of the queue. Let's see what's wrong. Okay. Oh, I know what's up. Taz, I think you're still in charge.
Oh, I can do
That's
something
why my
about that.
queuing it didn't work.
Mom, you're little.
Okay, let me try that again then. There we go. We will.
There we go. We will.
Wow, it's already getting light. We're supposed to have 2 days of rain, Saturday and Sunday, which would be so nice. We've
Oh,
had a
the
little
sun
bit of rain,
just
but I'd love the weather to, cool down for a little bit.
yeah, the sun just disappeared by the clouds there, so it's safe for me to go outside again.
My trainer is black, and she was mentioning that she'd been out in the sun and got sunburned, and I'm thinking, well, I know that happens,
Uh-huh.
but I've never seen a black person
How?
get sunburned. And she was showing me, yeah, she is definitely red and sunburned.
Oh, okay. So, some people, yeah, the, the son of the dark African ancestry,
Hmm.
they can get sunburned. It's just it takes them a little bit longer.
It took her, yeah, she had to have been out for quite a while to get burned, but yeah, definitely. And I, being of Swedish descent, am like, look at the sun, burned.
Yeah.
Just going from your car to your house,
Yeah, yeah.
you get a slight burn.
My sister, even though she's, I think, the same heritage I am, I'm not going to be entirely sure, with all respect to my mom. Not entirely sure, but she has more of a olive skin, so she didn't get sunburn in her life until she went to Jamaica. And so she didn't know enough to stay out of the sun and burned, like go to the hospital level burn.
They didn't like me.
Oh, did you? Oh, what the heck, guys? Oh, and Rolf, the other guy who's with us, has got 2 ouchies on him. Oh, didn't like me either. Wow.
They've had it.
Scully
Players be
says my
gone.
iguana just deactivated. Perfect. That is what
Yeah.
we need.
Oh yeah, payback.
Ooh, no. Just tell you died again? Oh, we figured that's what you meant when you said your iguana deactivated. If I have to die, which I'm not planning on doing, I would prefer to be cremated over being buried, but if I have to be buried and have a headstone, it does need to say my iguana has deactivated.
Oh my god, Mom. Oh.
So this is going to sound weird, but I grew up in a family that liked to go to old graveyards and look at headstones and just kind of go around and study the people who lived in areas. And a lot of people, even way back when they seemed to be more serious and solemn, would have really funny headstones.
Mm-hmm.
Or really horrible ones in some cases. There was a headstone of a woman who had died, and it said, wife of Sam, mother of Joseph and Aiden, and did not have her name on the headstone.
Oh.
How disrespectful. You and your feedback. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. What do I have on this one? I'll take fleet marks. Speaking of fleet marks, let me check something real quick here. I've been trying to get Ed's old, or the fleet for Ed. I guess it was Ed's old fleet, but Gerhard Prime up to speed, and looks like Lexers has been doing a lot. But let me take a look here. Yesterday, yeah, it's got some projects that need fleet marks, and while I've got a bunch of fleet marks, I thought I'd let everybody know there are a lot of projects in Gerhard Prime that need fleet marks.
Okay.
So if somebody wants to burn any, they're there. They need lithium too. I'm working on that part.
So you say that,
Mhm.
and I still think I should give the other guys some time before I fill them all.
Well, they've been up for at least 24 hours.
So free to do as I please.
Do as you please. I created the projects on these on Wednesday night and finished off the old projects, so those have been up since at least yesterday morning. As I said, it tends to just be me and Lexers, and that's why I think some are partially filled. Feel free to fill them in.
Filling them in.
Yeah, some are filled already. But that one's getting to, what is Gerhard on? He's on tier 4 for Starbase. Slowly getting through the rest. K13 is only on tier 1. What's going on there? Because it needs dilithium. Oh, this dude can afford to put dilithium in. Fine, 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 fine.
It's all filled, Mom.
Thank you. I love that they've upped the value of dilithium contributions. Stalia says, my embassy will be rank 1 in 2 days. What was the name of the new fleet that we're going to do? Oh, Knights of Moopsy. Alright, I have Herald ships. Chris should have gotten his stuff out of that one. Dreadnoughts out of that. Let's see what else. Going back through chat here to see if anybody else listed what they need. I'm sure you've already done all of your stuff, Taz, so I don't even know why I ask.
Sorry.
That's okay. No worries. Chris, did we
No,
get all
you're
of your
not
stuff?
sorry.
What about you, Graz? You want to join us?
Or
Or are you doing
I'll
real life?
just do other stuff.
No worries. I figured as much. I know you usually have work in the morning, so.
Yeah. It's kind of rare I'm actually this early and at my computer.
Yeah, we have stuff to do.
Yeah. Well, I will join you once I get the quilt top done, which, because I quilt with my fingertips and I use my fingernails to help brace the needle, it's really hard on your fingers, so I'm really glad I'm going to the gym today because I need a 24-hour break here before I can do any more. And please don't tell me to use a thimble. No, I'm not a thimble person.
Just get some creatine for your what's it called? The lining above your nails.
The cuticle?
Yeah.
Oh.
Get some creatine for your cuticles.
I take creatine. Actually, I'm out of creatine. I should get some more creatine. That's one of my regular things. However, think of it the other way. I'm pushing with the inside of the fingernail to push the needle through. So it's kind of like peeling it backwards off the tip of the skin, and it just hurts like crazy. And I used to have leather thimbles, and I'm going to have to go through my kit and see if maybe I've got another one. When I used to quilt a lot, I would get to the point where I had calluses on my fingertips, and my fingernails would have holes punched through them, and then I'd have to take 6 weeks off and go back and start again. Let's see. Well, I have Herald ships, and I have about 20 minutes left here. So would everybody be up for Herald Sphere?
Yep.
Okay. I have to be in Columbus a little earlier than usual. Wee woo.
Wee woo.
No, Satalia, I can't do deactivate Moopsy. That sounds too sad. Well, there's another fleet name for you, though, Satalia. You could have the deactivated iguanas.
That is kind of awesome. The deactivated iguanas.
I have an entire armada of my own. I can make a bunch of fleets for some of my tunes.
Yeah.
I mean, what the heck? I've got 52 tunes. I couldn't have 52 different fleets to work on, which would make me even crazier than I currently am.
How is that possible?
So true, Grass.
Sorry, it's one of those almost perfect
Yep.
jokes.
I hand you the setup and you deliver. Turn right. Yeah, let's go that way. So there was a comment on Twitter yesterday from Star Trek Online about the 40th anniversary of the 40th anniversary of the Cardassian Wars, and seems to be a hint at something for the summer event, but I don't know any more details.
I thought it was the Dominion War.
Dominion War, excuse me. Thank you. Dominion's Cardassian, same thing. All had the same people in it.
Oh, yeah.
But I wonder where they're going to go with that. Hopefully they won't run an event while they are doing Ryza, because Ryza is an event on its own.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of, since some people don't like to do the event but want the prize out of it, if you have enough tunes, you can queue up a whole bunch of stuff and just keep it on reserve. Like the Flying High can be banked, and the Archaeology can be banked. And if you have multiple tunes, you can bank them on all of those. Just log in for 10 seconds, drop them in, be done.
Oh, Chris is flying on a nice ship today. The
What is
Galore.
Chris flying?
Flying the Cardassian Galore.
Oh!
I think he got a bit inspired by Armada 4 yesterday.
Yeah, that was an interesting video. But I will tell you, when you see all those Cardassian ships coming in quantity, it looks like a bunch of little fishy
Fishies?
tadpole-y things coming in.
Yep.
What? What? How'd that happen? Oh. I am not damaged. How dare you? How dare you? By the way, I was doing midnight the other day, and I realized that the EMP pulses counted as torps.
Oh,
There's only 2 or 3 in it, but they were counting against it.
I didn't know.
I didn't know that
is
either,
kinda interesting.
because I normally do Scylla and Charybdis
Mm-hmm.
for my torps. Or one of the other ones, depending on how many I've got. But I had the Herald ships, and I thought, I'll just do midnight. And lo and behold, things are disappearing. Well, that's interesting.
The EMP probes, I
Mhm.
think, count as well.
As one torp, yeah. Or did it not work? Protomatter torpedoes count as torps and as Zenkethy ships, which is nice. And we need to go through the gateway in about 10 seconds here.
Hey, where'd my gateway go?
Yeah, it disappeared again. So Talia says maybe we'll get to play Changeling, make that one guy happy. Ugh, yeah. So do you guys think that they will start Ryza on Tuesday? That little overview says yes, it starts on July 1st, but it also says that it's all got last year's prizes in it. So it's the wrong image. I just
Yeah, I
wonder if it's
saw
the right
that.
date. I mean, that would be fine. July 1st would be a Tuesday, which is normal. And to run for the whole month of July would be really well planned.
I think it would probably be. Uh, yeah, I have to say probably the first.
Yeah, I know it syncs with the console games too. They try and run Rise at the same time on all 3. Unfortunately, this means I'm going to have to actually get my laptop up and functional, since I have to travel for at least one weekend. The thought of not having Rise is just like, oh no, no. But it's a great argument to get the cult done by Tuesday. So if it does start on Tuesday, I don't have to be distracted by any of that pesky sentimentality or impractical things to do. Come on. There we go. Boy, it really wants you at that gateway before it lets you through. Oh, I got through the gateway and it's not dead yet. Woo! Taz, Chris, to tell you guys are slipping.
Let me do something about
There
it.
we go. Is it dead? Yay! Well, that went a lot faster than I thought. I still have a few minutes left. Woohoo! One last something that's relatively short. Anyone have a preference?
Style base 1.
Yeah, that should work. Satalia wants to know how short is Gravity Kills. Wee woo?
Took me 3 days.
I'm gonna wait one day till she's not expecting it. I'm gonna queue up Gravity Kills every 30 minutes just to make her crazy. Their nighttime show.
Remember, Satalia, to make mom actually want to do gravity kills, it's 1,000 keys.
Well, I figure if I just do it over and over and over and over and make her crazy, she'll stop asking for it.
No, and team up with her, and then every random moment that you can, queue it.
Yeah. Sav says, do it in shuttles. That'll shut her up.
The pay.
Even with 1,000 keys, Mom still wouldn't want to do it. So true. We used to do breach and shuttles. That would be good.
Here they come.
I still like breach and J's, though, because it's just like, you can't maneuver. You can't do anything. It's so funny.
We're prepping for evac of non-essential personnel and civilians.
Inside the breach, it gets really tough because there's just not a lot of room to go through those tunnels and hallways and stuff. And yes, you absolutely can maneuver it. It's just in a confined space. It gets funny. Especially with people who've seen Galaxy Quest and like to make Galaxy Quest jokes.
Galaxy Quest is amazing.
It is.
Yes, some people view it as one of the best Star Trek movies ever.
It is. It is an absolute love letter to Star Trek and all of the nerds.
And if you notice on the registry number for the ship from Galaxy Quest,
I hadn't noticed the registry. What is it?
it says NTE on it, not the Enterprise.
I never noticed that.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
Hey, I have a question for you people who are smarter than I am, which is you people. My trays on one of my tunes. my ones here on the side, will all pop up, all 10 of them, but I cannot, for the life of me, put them in order from 1 to 10. If anybody has an
Are
idea,
you using the tiny up and down arrows
Yes.
next to the...
Yes.
Yeah.
And I can start to get them in order. 1 through 7 will go in order, but when I get to 8, 9, and 10, they're locked, and they shouldn't be. I checked to make sure they weren't locked. They aren't locked.
On ground or in space?
In space.
Okay, that's strange because ground can only have 7 rows.
Right, and I don't need all 10 rows, but I've got...
Yeah, but why are you? Why have you been locked to a ground schematic?
I have no
ground
idea.
layout for
I
space?
have no clue.
Sounds weird.
I was up in space getting myself killed and realized that I didn't have my tray set up because it was a brand new ship.
Mm-hmm.
And it was completely out of order. And it won't let me go through 10. And you know what? I will go check in with the keyboard functions and make sure that it's set to space, not ground. Because I had one tune that was locked on the wrong tray.
Are you sure that your main tray is not hidden and you're operating from the secondary tray?
That
don't
is a
I-
good point. I will have to check that. Because I did catch that with
Because
one of
the
my other tunes,
secondary
yes.
tray can't have 10 slots.
Okay, I will check that.
Mm-hmm.
I did notice that with one of the other ones that they did have the main tray hidden.
Yep. Escape space, and that should open your UI editor, and you could see if you see any hidden trays.
Okay, it's not this tune, unfortunately, otherwise I'd do it right now. What tune was it? Oh, it's Kethna. So yeah, and I can't even blame Ed on that one. That was one of mine. So it's crazy hour of the morning, like 1 o'clock, and I'm sitting on the couch last night, waiting for either the decision to fall asleep or give it up and spend the entire day awake till I have to leave today. And I felt something on my arm and realized there is a spider running down my bathrobe sleeve onto my hand. I'm not going to kill it, you know, little spider. Jumped off of my hand and onto the couch. Okay, fine. Then a few seconds later, I feel it running over my feet. Aw, really? Spider's on my feet? Ew. Ew, 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 ew.
My cat brought me a present last night, all the way into the bedroom.
Bird?
Mice.
Oh!
That means she's really, really happy.
Oh, okay.
You know, when your cat leaves a beheaded mouse at your bed, she's happy.
I brought you something. Love me, love me.
And I know she's so proud, and I just have
course
to
she
go
is.
and get some paper and toss it in the toilet. It feels so bad. She's bringing me her prized possession.
I
And the
did
only thing
this
I do
for
is tossing
you.
it out. Yeah, I know. She even took the head off for me. Oh my god.
In essence, opening the beer for you.
Yeah.
An evacuation ship is launching. Give them cover.
Well, when we are done here, I am going to have to log out of here. How do you get a secondary tray?
Are you asking or our chat asking?
That is Satalia asking. How do you get a secondary tray?
Hit escape and space so you go into your interface editor, and there should be a lot of hidden trays for you to click show on.
You said escape and space?
Yeah, escape
There you
gives
go.
you the option menu, and hitting space activates the first
So there's your big
option
tray.
in that menu list, which is edit
Mhm.
interface.
So you've got the big personal tray, but there is an option for a secondary tray. I don't see it here, but I know it's there. Sorry.
Hold on, let me get out of these enemies. I'll have a look.
Yeah, because I've activated secondary trays a couple of times.
Escape space.
Oh, and we are done with this one. Good
If you look at
morning,
the-
mighty Archimedes. Your timing is terrible because I have to log off. But thank you for stopping in.
If you look at your big personal tray, on the top left corner, it should say new. When you click new, it will create a new tray for you. And continue doing so until you're done clicking new.
Which I'm trying to do right this second, but of course I'm in a different map. Oh, right there.
Did you find the new button?
Yes,
Awesome.
but we don't want that. Yep, so here we've got my primary and my secondary trays now, if you can see those. Which I do not want. So click new, and if you want to get rid of it, click delete on the other one. All right, I am out of here, everybody, because I'm going off to scenic Columbus, Ohio. Woo! I'll be back this afternoon-ish, weather permitting. Everybody, have a wonderful day, and as we like to say around here, stay... Whoop! Wrong button. As we like to say around here, wrong button. I did not mean to hit that button. I meant to hit the other button. So,
I was wondering what the heck happened.
well, I was reaching for the sound bar, and right above that is my disconnect, so I hit the wrong one. So, as we like to say around here, stay moopsome.
Moopsome.
Who are you? We are the knights who say...
Moopsy,